Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I hope everybody is full of love and joy and happiness, togetherness, and yes, I just hope everybody is doing so good. I know that I am, and I just had a birthday yesterday, so for me, I'm definitely in good spirits. I had the opportunity to spend time with my baby girl, as always, give her some hugs and kisses, and really just took this birthday this year to spend time with God. And so to me, that was just so fruitful and amazing and very empowering. I am not going to lie to you. That was so empowering, and making sure I know what my ideas are going to be for the year. If you don't know, in my previous video, I always talk about CROCKIDZ. CROCKIDZ is my brand. I love it so much. I have a store called Mary Jane Finds. So if you are a mom who is looking to lose 135 pounds like me, then please stay tuned. Make sure that you go to my store and purchase some amazing things that we have on Mary Jane Finds, okay? I mean, award-winning products, everything that's going to help you get that body back like nothing never happened. So you see that you have my daughter. You hear my daughter here in the video. That lets you know what this video is going to be about today. And it's all about tackling motherhood while preparing yourself for your goals, dreams, and anything else you have set. So let's get right into it. She needs me. So the first tip that helped me with motherhood, school, and everything is just realizing the facts. It's not easy. You can forget about it, okay? It is definitely not easy tackling everything all at once. I mean, you're going to have some days where it just feels like everything is tumbled up all in one. And my daughter, when she's in school, it's kind of hard because, you know, you got your work schedule where you get off at a certain time, and based off of whether or not if you're gonna make it out of the door in time, or if she's done with nap or whatever and she's dressed and ready to go, all of that plays, because as soon as you get home, it's like job number 2. I am not gonna lie. So for me, I know that it can be very challenging no matter what type of profession that you have, being a full-time mom. And you mean to tell me you want to go to school too? Trust me, I'm queen of knowing for a fact that if I have a lot that I have to do, I'm making a schedule, I'm making a routine. The second thing that you really need to know, or what really helps me, is routine, routine, routine. Yes, build your routine. In my last video, I was talking about how I got through school, what really worked for me, the alarm clocks, all of that still plays into it as well. However, when it comes to you coming home and you doing those routines and everything, you also have to make sure that you remember that every day is not going to be the same. It's just not. It's not going to be the same, okay? So in that video as well, I talked about naming your days, which is super important to me. So, and it helps me, makes it a lot easier for me. If I had to be honest with you, and with motherhood and challenging that as well, making sure that your baby or your toddler or even your teenager participates in it, it really, really makes it so much easier. So for instance, on Tuesdays, we wear pink, you know, we have High Five Purple Friday, which is also Disney Friday. And the reason why I always name my days, so that way it's easy for me to know exactly what I'm gonna do, or give me some better creativity ideas when it comes to being a mom and getting my work done, working out, and meal planning. When I started naming my days, it started making it so much easier for me as a mom. So on just a prime example here. So Disney Fridays is something that I absolutely love. I've been doing it since my baby was a baby because I was just so excited to be a mom, and I have some experience with working with children. So 2 to the 4-year-olds. And the one thing I learned is that with working with kids, they love names. So when I decided to take that same tactic that I did when I worked in a classroom, and I took that tactic with being a mom, it worked out tremendously for me. When it comes to styling my hair, I'm a lock mom. So when it comes to styling my hair, I style my locks in something really fun and funky. My workout is all full around because Disney is really playful. It's not really focusing on one part of the body, so it really lets me just have fun, work out, and really just...
Some more cheese?
In a minute, baby, okay? In just a minute. But it also... Okay, baby, did you eat your sandwich? Eat a little bit more sandwich, and then I'll get you some cheese and popsicle, okay? Thank you.
I don't need peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You done with your peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted this video to be realistic because I didn't want you to think that I was sitting here and I'm not being a mom. No, I am definitely being a mom while I'm making this for you guys. So let me take a break. We are back. So just a side tip. Anytime when I know my daughter wants me, I don't just stop and just get whatever she wants. I always ask, what is it that you need? Because sometimes when you do not pay attention to your child's needs, especially in the toddler world, they're going to go out and they're going to get it on their own. And that is something that you do not want to do, because they will go out and they will get it on their own. And even if that means destroying the world in the process. So in the end, I always make sure I ask and say, okay, so what is it that you need? If it's something that I know for a fact that I can just handle really, really quickly, I'll do it. And even if not, if I know that it's something that she's been needing for, a minute or like maybe an hour, then I'll make sure that I'll pay attention to that and get her what she needs and keep her busy. So back to Disney Fridays. I make sure that Fridays are really fun. I just make sure I just try to be as cool because it's fun day. So even when I work out, normally on my other days, I have focal points. Like Tuesdays is normally my core day where I'm really focusing on my core. But on Wednesday, I normally work on my glutes. When you, like I said, name your days, you're gonna start seeing results like never before. Name your days. So on Friday, it's like a full body workout. So it's more like cardio. And another great thing that I do when it comes to, for me, is that my daughter, she has people on YouTube that she watches, and they are for active kids, for kids to be more active, for their just overall fitness, learning, all of it. And I'm gonna make sure I add them here so that you can try it out too. They are so amazing, and it's fun for you to join in too. The songs are my favorite, so it's to let you know that's another thing in how I get my workout in. If I know for a fact I'm swamped on homework, when I come home, dinner is normally super easy because Disney Fridays, we're normally eating pizza and watching Disney movies. Now, I always make sure I take the time out of my day to make sure I have at least an hour and 30 minutes to my baby girl. I always make sure that not only do I give her an hour, but just give her that reassurance that I know mommy might be a little busy right now, but I am definitely still here. So that's just a prime example as to how our Fridays typically go. It's more just on the sense of just relax. But my Monday through Thursday, we're in patience. Patience, patience, patience. As a toddler mom, the one thing you are going to learn is patience. It's really hard as it is because they're learning and they start to become very rebellious about to the end of the 2s going into the 3s because they're way more vocal, and so now they're way more rebellious. And when you say, no, don't do that, they're like, hey, I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway. So that sense of patience, you gotta have it. And I think that's where a lot of moms, they're just like, look, I can't. Being a mom is the worst.
Mommy,
I cannot be a mom.
I gotta go potty.
Like I said, wanted to be authentic. So we're going to take another break because my baby has to go to the restroom. And if you want tips on what you do on how you get your daughter potty trained or your son potty trained, my daughter has been potty trained since she was 1 going into 2. So if you need those tips, I'll do that. But in the meantime, I'll be right back. And we're back. So again, like I said, you gotta have patience. And I think that's where moms, they start feeling like, you know, I can't be a mom. It's too stressful because they're doing this, they're doing that. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to that. And trust me, I know exactly how you feel. But in the end, this is one thing I've learned when you are learning to be patient with your toddler. They're learning just like you have to learn every single day. They'll never be this age ever again. So in the end, you have to count it as, look, this is just a phase. It is going to pass because you will not be this way when you're 6 and 7 years old. So in the end, I have to embrace it and know that you are just learning, and I have to be a little bit more patient with you. And that's it.
I want to watch Like Nasty.
Okay, baby. So we'll watch Like Nasty in just a second, okay?
But where is the mode?
I don't know. Go find it for me and then I'll turn it. So you have to make sure that you have that sense of patience. They're learning just like you. And sometimes it can be a little frustrated because you're trying to, you know, get things done and they're pulling on you, or they're demanding you to do this, or they're doing outlandish things. And it's like, how in God's name am I supposed to manage that? How am I supposed to do it all? So I can say for me, when I'm working out, my daughter, she wants to work out with me. So instead of me getting upset or just like, I can't do it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, at first it gets like that because it's like, come on, like I hardly know what I'm doing here. This is a lot of weight I'm trying to push off. Like I need you to, you know. Since she wants to work out with me, I let her, and we make it into a game. So it kind of makes you feel like, you know, you're working out with your baby in a sense, and it gives you that sense of motivation because they're pushing because they want their mommy to be great. I had to learn that their attitude is just their expression. They don't really know what to do. And sometimes, for some odd reason, when you're having a hard day, they love to pick up all of the things that you don't want them to pick up. So that's why you really just have to be patient with them. So when my daughter is like, I said, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that, then how I challenge that is I normally tell her, well, that's fine. If that's the case, then that means that you don't get this, because in order to get this, you need to have this. To show my daughter that it's not about having control, but it's about what mommy says. And mommy says no. But if you want to challenge what mommy says, then that is fine. You just won't get what you really want. And so it helped me out as a toddler mom because it showed my daughter that, you know, well, I do want what I want and I don't want her to take it away. So I think I'll just go ahead and listen to what mommy says. And that stops you from yelling and screaming and threatening and doing all the unnecessary, because literally in toddler land, you'll be doing that all day and you're gonna stress yourself out so bad. But toddlers, they normally react to why I'm not going to get it or why I should not do it. Mira, if you jump on the chair, you're going to hurt your head really, really badly. Do you want to hurt your head really, really badly? No. Okay, so that's the reason why we're not jumping on the chair. So you gotta have patience and understanding that your toddler is learning just like you are learning.
Mommy,
and you have to be able to know.
You need to leave me alone so I can just not hurt my head.
You have to be able to have that sense of patience. They repeat everything. That is another thing. Toddlers literally will repeat everything. So watch your mouth, watch what you say, and watch how you react in front of them. Because it'll be that time where they'll wait until they're around a lot of people and they're going to show that side really, really bad. So that's why I always say, don't try to control them at all, because they do not like control. Try to make sure that it's in a reason for them to understand as to why they're not getting it, and why you said what you said. Eye control is so important in toddler world. Eye control. And the reason why I say that is because my daughter knows when I'm like, come here, give mommy some kisses. She knows when I am, being just loving mommy, happy mommy. But when my daughter is doing something outlandish and I don't know why she's doing it and I want her to stop, it's the eye control. So when I am telling her, listen, I said, no, you will not have that. It lets them know that now the atmosphere has changed. Mommy is a lot more stern. She's firm. She's not changing her mind. This is what mommy says, and there's no turning back from it. So there's no reason for me to challenge it. Now, I will say this about the twos. You're going to try that, and they're still trying to understand what you're saying. And when I say that they're going to have a temper tantrum, this is going to be the next important thing about toddler world that I've learned so far. Let them. If you try to stop it, they will use that as a tactic to get whatever they want. But when I learned that when I took something from my daughter because she wasn't supposed to have it, or she was using it inappropriately, and she would get upset, what I used to do, I would take it from her and I would give her hugs and kisses and love and everything. So then she started using that with everything. She wants to throw food on the floor, and I'm like, no, you can't throw food on the floor. So what does she do? That same tactic. Fall all over the floor, crying. And what do? My baby is crying. What am I supposed to do? I coddle them, and she's back to doing it again. So it's almost like you're in this repetitive cycle. So if you don't want that to happen, you gotta let them cry it out. You have to let them know you're the parent here, okay? And I love you so much. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to sit here and make messes all over the floor, and I'm going to have to be okay with that. We're not going to take our toys and we're not going to throw them all over, the house, or hit mommy with the toy. We're not going to do that. So when you have that eye control and you let them know, I said, no, you're not doing that. You give a point of silence. They're going to look like mommy is serious. They may, more than likely they will go insane, have a temper tantrum. Let them. And you sit there and you watch them. Why? Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. I am not an educator. Let me say that. I'm just a mommy. And this has worked for me, if I had to be very honest. So the reason why you let them, and what I've noticed about my daughter, and you'll know what's best for your child. So if this does not work for your child, you can skip this part. But for my child, if you do have a very active baby and they're really big at their expressions, and they don't mind throwing temper tantrums, especially when you're in the 2s and the 3s, the one thing that you have to do is show them that no means no. So when you allow them to sit there, as long as they're not hurting themselves, and you let them get it out, I guarantee you because it was so hard for me at first. I was like, I'm not letting my baby sit there and just cry. I'm not doing that. That is so wrong. Why would I do that? No. And I kept getting stuck in this cycle, and it just would not end. So one day I just wasn't having it. And I said no. And my baby rolled all over the floor, screamed, her veins are popping out. I'm literally losing it in my head. I'm like, oh my God, what should I do? Should I stop her? 2 minutes later, she stops crying. She comes to me and she gives me a hug. And when I say I went inside my room and I cried because I was stressed out, that was the best thing. After that, I've been doing it ever since, because it made the twos so much easier. She knew that if I said no, she would just kind of like laugh and try to do something else. So we both have that sense of control of the situation where I am, the toddler and your mommy, and so I'm just going to do something else because you told me no. So that sense of, protection and knowing and having the ability to show your child that you are in charge is important in toddler world, because they're going to walk all over you, okay? I mean, walk all over you. So if you are having trouble with that, I would say definitely try that. That and the next thing that is so important in toddler world, if you don't do it, if you're having trouble, this is honestly the reason why. Nap time is important. It all goes around with the routine. So when you do have a routine and they go to bed at a certain time, you both go to bed at a certain time, you both wake up at a certain time, it makes it so much easier for their bodies to adjust to that nap time. If they do go to daycare and they already have a nap time on Saturday, they need to have that same exact nap time. Sometimes kids are not doing things mischievously just to do it. They're doing it because they're tired and they don't want to go to sleep, because right now it's way too exciting. I don't want to go to sleep. So if I can just create havoc, why not? So when I realized that, and my daughter, she's in school, I literally make sure that the time that they go and take a nap, which is normally about 11 to 1 o'clock, in that time frame, 12 o'clock, she's either falling asleep on her own. I don't wake her up. If there's anything exciting that we do on the weekends, like go to the zoo or, anything fun, even going to the grocery store, which toddlers absolutely love.
I want another Costco.
You already had one, so now we can only have water or apple juice.
Apple juice.
Apple juice coming right up. All right, so again, raw as day. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my baby some apple juice, and we'll get right back into that. But like I was saying, nap time is so important. When I say so important, make sure your baby takes a nap. Even if they're in the car, normally what I would do is that if my daughter, her nap time is 12 o'clock, and she would go to sleep in the car, I would just sit in the car. I would wait until that time frame passes, because it saves you. She goes to bed on time, it's easier, she's well rested, it's okay. So you honestly just feel like you have that sense of control when it comes to being a mom. So that's the reason why I really wanted to make sure I express that. Nap time. So how does all of that so far just come together within going to school, working out, and doing all of those things? Because when she's having a temper tantrum and I'm trying to get my schoolwork done, I now have a tactic that's going to allow her to understand that, mommy said no, where I'm not stressed out with trying to get my work done. You know what I mean? Because I think what ends up happening is that you really want to go ahead and get this work done. You really, really, really want to go to school and get this work done, but you got this toddler who's pulling on you and telling you, mommy, I need this, mommy, I need that. And when you put that timer aside, if you want to see that video where I talk about the timers, it helps tremendously, okay? But when you have those timers, those 30-minute timers, that all helps. When you have that sense of, relationship control, not like a dominant control, but like a relationship control with your toddler, it makes it easier when you need to work out and everything, and it makes it fun for you. It makes it so much easier, And then when they're taking a nap, you could take that time to do whatever it is that you need to do. And that means if she goes and take a nap for an hour, that gives me a chance to do whatever I want. Do I need to work out? Do I need to clean? Do I need to get some homework done? Do I just want to relax, take a shower? It's so many things that you can do in that time frame while your baby is taking a nap. And it's so many things that you'll be able to do once you know that you have that control relationship with your toddler and they're not acting outside of the world. So I just want to make sure that I say that. That's so important. My favorite part about being a mom is giving my baby hugs and kisses. Oh my gosh. I am so blessed to be a mom. So when I'm able to give my baby hugs and kisses any time of the day, when I say I'm already a really lovey-dovey person, so I love giving hugs and everything. So my daughter gets the best of both worlds. Like, I'm literally the mommy who loves to give out the kisses and the hugs, and it's the best feeling. But I noticed that when I'm not in such a good mood, because we want to be honest here, and I'm not in the mood for the hugs and the kisses and everything, I see that my daughter, she leans on that. So, or she's trying to use that to help me and my emotions at that point. So it's almost like in the end, what you really want to do is make sure that you apply that. So when you're working out and you're trying to get going and you're at the finish line, and that's when they bother you the most. You push through, and then don't take your anger out on them. You give them kisses, hugs, kisses, and everything. And they actually go and play. That's all my daughter needs sometimes. All she really needs is some hugs and kisses, and that's it. That is literally it. I give her some hugs and some kisses, and she is good to go. While I'm doing my schoolwork, and she's like, "Mommy," and she just wants me to pick her up. Embrace that, okay? Like, I know that you're stressed out. I know it can be so tiring, but sometimes that actually gives you the boost that you need. So when you do just say, "Okay, all right, give me a hug," it's like, "Okay, all right, mommy. All right, yeah, we're good now. We're good. Let's get back in there." You know what I mean? So giving hugs and kisses and love, taking lots of pictures and playing with them. One thing about me is that me and my daughter, we play. We like to play. I love playing. I'm a big kid at heart anyway. I honestly can't wait for her to get older so that we can go to jump houses and do those fun things, because I'm jumping in. I'm going to have fun, okay? So I like to play with my daughter. She likes jumping and having a good time, in a controlled space. Absolutely.
You're not going to jump in. I want to jump in.
Okay. But yes, when I say it's amazing, it's amazing. Give them hugs. Give them kisses. Keep them busy. You got a toddler who likes to play? Be so grateful. Because when I say you need to keep them busy, keep them busy. And so I can make a video about all of the cool activities that I give my daughter to do, and she will literally sit there for hours. One that I'm going to share with you really quickly here. And like I said, I might go ahead and do that. I might go ahead and just make some content and just show you guys these ideas, because when I say my daughter sat there for hours doing it, I was able to get so much done. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So one thing that's really cool, if you have any grits or anything and some food coloring, you can actually turn it into like this sense of sand, and you can put their bigger toys, not the small ones, but their bigger toys inside of it, like a little controlled container, and they will sit there and play in it for hours. But when I say my daughter would move, she would not move from that spot. I would go and check on her, and she's just having the time of her life. So yeah, when I tell you that is one of the amazing things that I do, there's so many. Especially when she was 2 years old, I had so many. And now that she's 3, I'm still learning and I'm still finding so many other things. But keeping them busy is important. Trying to keep them off of, the TV and everything, especially if your child is in the process of going to pre-K. You want to keep them away from the tablet. You want to keep them away from the TV as much as you possibly can. And they're going to actually, stay away from it themselves because they're used to being active. So my daughter, she'll just say, well, I like watching Like Nastia. That's her favorite show. And she's not watching it though. She just wants to hear it. She's playing and having a good time. That's just a key thing when it comes to being a mom, making sure that you keep them busy. As you can see through this video, I'm able to go through the video, and that's the reason why I'm glad that she stepped in and everything. Because like I said, I wanted to be authentic, and I wanted you to see that you can definitely do everything that you need to do. They are going to stop you. They are going to interrupt you because they're literally just have that check on mommy type of mentality at this age. So normally they're just doing it to check on you to see what you're doing. So as long as you engage with them and they know for a fact that you're still present, you're still mommy, they'll still go back and do what they need to do. And that's literally it. Like keeping them busy, keeping my daughter busy helped me completely as a mom get through absolutely everything. School, working out, everything. So keep them busy. Lastly,
All done,
listen.
Mommy.
All done?
Yeah.
Can you add some more?
I already asked someone.
Well, add a little bit more so that way when I go over there and play that there's even more stuff over there. Okay?
But I'm done.
Last but not least, listen with your heart,
A popsicle.
not with your mind.
Mommy,
Yes.
I want another popsicle.
No, we're not having any more popsicles until we finish our apple juice. So as soon as you finish your apple juice, mommy will be able to give you another popsicle, okay? Thank you.
But I don't want this popsicle because I don't want this apple juice.
Would you like some water?
No.
Okay, so now we're running out of options here. So now we only have our apple juice and our water. So if you drink your apple juice, you get popsicle. If you drink your water, you get popsicle and a fruit bar. So you got some options here, okay? Listen with your heart and not your mind. I had to learn that sometimes if my daughter is grabbing for my attention, it's normally because she's bored, she wants me, and that's really what it is. My daughter is the only child. So with that being said, it's more of like boredom more than anything. I'm honestly thinking about getting her a pet. But overall, that is what's so important. Making sure that you listen with your heart and not your mind. My daughter is not irritating me. She's bored. She wants my attention. She needs something from me. And if I ignore every request, then when she really needs me, will she reach out to me? So that's how I think of it. I know my daughter will not be 3 for long, okay? Her birthday's in September. So I know my baby's not going to be 3 for long. So she really, really needs mommy to be mommy in this stage. So if you are a mom and it is just so challenging, you're like, this 3s are crazy. I don't know how anybody does this. Always tell yourself this. They're not going to be this age for long. And soon you'll be able to look back at the beautiful pictures, the beautiful memories, and the one thing you're not going to worry about are those temper tantrums that they had, the acting out sessions that they had, the fact that they destroyed absolutely everything they touched. You just want to be grateful, by being a mom. So that's why you listen with your heart. If your baby needs you, it's okay to go and just stop what you're doing for a quick second and give them that attention. Because when you do that, it makes it easier for you, less stressful for you, but it also shows you that you are the super mom that you fail to remember that you are. It's easy to think about all of the wrong that comes within being a mom. You can go through a list of them. But the right things and the most amazing parts about being a mom you should always want to celebrate them, because in the end, you're blessed to have the opportunity. So I know that it can be very stressful, but for me, I tell myself it's a gift, it's a blessing. I'm an actual mom, and I can't wait for my daughter to get older so that we can have adventures. And it's a little challenging right now because, like I said, the toddler stage is really, really hard. But is it rewarding? It is, because at the end of the night, I see my daughter lay down in the bed and she looks safe, she looks healthy, she's had her bath time, you know, she's brushed her teeth and her hair is tied up, and it's the best feeling in the world knowing that I was able to get through that chaotic day and see something so peaceful that it makes it all worth it. So those are just some quick mommy tips that you can use if you would like to in regards to being a full-time mom, college student, and losing weight if that's your goal. And please know that everything that I said comes directly from the heart, 100%. If you enjoyed everything that I stated and you liked everything that we talked about today, don't be afraid to comment down below, like and subscribe. I don't have a problem following you back. If you follow me, I follow you back. Normally, if you comment down below, I'm going to follow you back because I'm all about community, and I want to make sure that we build a community that's really safe here. So if you do follow me, I'm definitely going to follow you back. Also, it would be such a beautiful, beautiful thing if you could please go to our website, www.maryjanefines.com. On my website, again, we have some award-winning products that are really good for mommy recovery, as well as my book will definitely be on the site. And you'll also see CROCKIDZ, right? So you'll see CROCKIDZ. Now, I want to also get you prepared because I have been working, okay? I am so excited. I'm trying not to say too much, but listen, moms, the spring launch is coming. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Listen, I'm so excited. The spring collection is going to be launching for CROCKIDZ right now. Everything is just on Mary Jane Fines. The website CROCKIDZ Play is actually under reconstruction at the moment. We're getting everything situated, so hopefully by the end of spring going into summer, you're going to be able to see CROCKIDZ Play is going to be completely redesigned, a lot easier to be able to get the clothing and everything. But in the end, if you just hang out with us and enjoy everything that we are doing, you are going to be able to see some amazing things, amazing deals that are going to be coming as well for CROCKIDZ, okay? So right now we are on www.maryjanefines.com. If you want to connect with me further, you can connect with me on my Instagram here. But that is it. Again, thank you so much for joining, and always remember, mommies, you are the light.